Hey, you clicked this video for a reason. Because at night your mind becomes loud, your thoughts become heavier, and silence becomes uncomfortable. Before we dive in, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from, and what time is it there right now? I want to know where my night thinkers are. Listen, you didn't click this video by accident. If your mind keeps running at night, if thoughts keep looping in circles, if you feel exhausted and mentally crowded, then congratulations, you clicked the right video. And if you're here to fall asleep to psychology, or even if you're just lying in bed staring at the ceiling, this video is for you. You don't have to fight your thoughts tonight, just listen. Let me guide you. This isn't motivation, it's awareness, it's reflection, it's peace. Tonight you will understand your mind. And once you understand it, you'll finally be able to rest. Now, let's begin. Your brain absorbs over 30,000 decisions a day. Conversations, notifications, micro choices. All day you push these decisions aside. But at night, when the world finally goes silent, your brain starts processing everything you ignored. This is called cognitive overload. When your brain is too full, it spills into nighttime thinking. How to stop, write down 3 tasks for tomorrow on paper. It signals to the brain, the plan exists. I can rest. Sometimes you're not overthinking the day. You're overthinking the emotions you never expressed. Annoyance, hurt, disappointment. Emotions that were swallowed, not processed. Psychology calls this emotional residue. Your brain doesn't rest until feelings are acknowledged. How to stop. When lying in bed, whisper to yourself, what emotion am I avoiding? Where do I feel it in my body? Naming the feeling reduces its intensity. All day people ask things from you. What do you want to eat? What should we do? Can you reply to this? By night, your brain is exhausted, but your thoughts are still running. This is decision fatigue. How to stop. Create a no-decision zone at night. Lay out clothes, meals, tasks before nighttime. Reduced choices reduces nighttime thinking. If you grew up in chaos, conflict, or unpredictability, your brain learned that nighttime means danger. So even when you're safe now, your brain scans for threats. Imagining worst-case scenarios. This is hypervigilance. Not overthinking, overprotecting. How to stop. Tell your brain, thank you for trying to protect me. We're safe now. Yes, it actually works. The brain hates unfinished tasks. This psychological phenomenon is called the Zeigarnik effect. Your brain keeps reminders open like tabs in a browser. Unsent emails, unspoken conversations, unmade decisions. They echo at night. How to stop. Do a 2-minute mental dump. Write everything that's unfinished. Check marks are optional. Awareness is enough. At night, you finally meet yourself. No distractions. No noise. Just your thoughts and your truth. Many people avoid this moment because facing your real self feels uncomfortable. Night reveals who you are, daytime hides it. How to stop. Ask, what do I truly want? Overthinking decreases when identity becomes clear. You're not overthinking. You're future planning without certainty. Your mind tries to predict everything because uncertainty feels dangerous. But life isn't meant to be perfectly planned. It's meant to be lived. How to stop. Say this aloud. I don't need every answer tonight. Sometimes you don't need sleep. You need to be understood. Overthinking fills the silence of unmet emotional needs. If you don't have someone to talk to, your mind becomes that someone. How to stop. Record a voice memo every night. Speak your thoughts out loud. Your brain stops looping once it feels heard. Overthinking isn't always mental. Sometimes your body is still in survival mode, heart rate high, breathing shallow. Your brain follows your body's state. How to stop. Slow your exhale to 6 seconds. The brain receives a message. We are no longer in danger. You don't overthink because you care too much. You overthink because you're scared of getting it wrong. Perfectionism is fear wearing discipline as a costume. How to stop. Progress greater than perfection. Choose done over perfect. Nighttime makes you a traveler, either in the past reliving pain or in the future predicting doom. Your mind leaves the present because the present feels uncomfortable. How to stop? Name 5 things you can see. Return to now. Peace only exists in the present. When someone hurts you and you never got closure, your brain keeps searching for answers. This isn't overthinking. It's unfinished grief. How to stop? Write a letter you'll never send. Closure doesn't come from them. It comes from acceptance. Scrolling at night keeps your brain in alert mode. Your mind can't shut down because you're feeding it content designed to overstimulate. How to stop? Turn off screens 30 minutes before bed. Your brain needs darkness to produce melatonin. At night, you judge your day, you judge your words, you judge yourself, but improvement doesn't start from criticism. It starts from compassion. How to stop? Ask yourself, what did I handle well today? Rewrite the narrative. Overthinking is not a thinking problem. It's a self-trust problem. You don't trust your decisions. So your mind keeps revisiting them. How to stop? Say, I trust myself enough to rest. Sometimes you're scared to rest because stillness feels unfamiliar. You have lived in chaos for so long. That peace feels uncomfortable. How to stop? Tell your body, rest is safe. Rest is allowed. Peace is a habit. Some people can't sleep, not because they're stressed, but because their brain has become addicted to stimulation. Silence feels uncomfortable. Stillness feels boring. The mind keeps searching for something to solve. This is called stimulation dependence. When the world gets quiet, your brain creates noise. How to stop? Before bed, say, my value is not based on my productivity. Your mind will finally learn how to rest. Overthinking happens when your mind tries to predict every outcome and control what cannot be controlled. You think, if I think enough, nothing can go wrong, but psychology says, overthinking is a fear response, not a logic process. How to stop? Say this out loud. I am responsible for my effort, not the outcome. Let go of the illusion of control. You look at the clock, you calculate the hours left. You panic because you need to sleep. Ironically, stressing about sleep is what keeps you awake. This is called sleep performance anxiety. The harder you try to sleep, the harder it becomes. How to stop? Instead of forcing sleep, tell yourself, rest is enough, sleep will follow. Your body sleeps naturally once pressure is removed. During the day you perform, you act strong. You pretend you're fine, you keep yourself together. But at night, the mask falls off. Overthinking isn't a curse. It's your mind's attempt to reconnect with your true self. Because nighttime is the only time where nobody expects anything from you. How to stop? Ask this. Who am I when no one is watching? Who you meet at night is the real you. At night, problems don't grow. Your silence just makes them louder. During the day, distractions mute your emotions. But when the noise disappears, your brain magnifies the smallest worry into a life-size threat. To break the magnification, say, this is a thought, not a fact. Thoughts shrink when labeled as thoughts. You replay conversations, retaliating with the perfect comeback. Psychology calls this mental rehearsal. You're trying to protect yourself from future disappointment by planning every word in advance. To stop it, whisper, I don't need to win a conversation that doesn't exist. You stay awake because you're waiting for the perfect time to do something, but night only exaggerates fear and delay. You don't lack clarity, you lack permission to start. Perfection is just procrastination in disguise. Some thoughts don't come from today, they come from years ago. Your brain tries to process what your heart never healed. Trauma doesn't leave without being seen. When a painful memory appears, don't push it away. Say, thank you for showing up. I'm listening now. Witnessing is healing. You don't overthink because you're lost. You overthink because you want too much and you're scared to choose. This is decision paralysis. When everything feels possible, commitment feels dangerous. Truth. Dreams only become clear after you choose one. Sometimes you avoid sleeping, not because you're not tired, but because you don't want tomorrow to arrive. If tomorrow equals stress, your brain delays it through overthinking. Say, Going to sleep is not giving up. It's preparing to show up. Every ignored emotion becomes emotional debt. And debt always collects, usually at night, sadness you swallowed. Anger you avoided, love you never expressed. The brain doesn't forget. To stop it, write one sentence that describes your emotion. You don't need pages, just honesty. You're not addicted to stress, you're addicted to distraction. Stillness forces you to face the truth. That's why you avoid it. Instead of fighting stillness, welcome it. Silence is not empty. Silence is information. At night you compare your progress, your worth, your life. Comparison is not about others doing better. It's your fear of not being enough. You are not behind. You're becoming. Nighttime is when your mind whispers what your heart screams during the day. Overthinking isn't noise, it's communication. Ask, what part of me is asking to be seen? Listen without judging. Sometimes you're not waiting for closure. You're waiting for a version of someone who no longer exists. Say it gently. Closure is accepting that the conversation has ended. You feel exhausted because you're living two lives. The one that feels right and the one that's expected. Overthinking is the space between who you are and who you pretend to be. Choose yourself. Night is the only time you reflect on your life. Reflection is healthy. Self-punishment is not. Instead of asking, what's wrong with me? Try, what did I do right today? You've lived on survival mode for so long that your brain thinks calm means danger. This is nervous system conditioning. When peace feels unfamiliar, chaos feels safe. Breathe and say, it's okay to live a life where I am not constantly fighting. Your last thoughts before you sleep are the most honest ones. And too often, they're harsh. You judge your past. You fear your future. You reject your present. Tonight, replace judgment with compassion. I deserve rest. I deserve peace. I deserve sleep. Because you do. At night, your brain cannot tell the difference between a real threat and an imagined one, so your body reacts as if your thoughts are happening right now. Heart races, mind spins. Solution. Say softly, my thoughts are imagination, not reality. Your body listens to your voice. You spend the entire night replaying mistakes. Tiny moments become evidence. For a case your inner judge is building against you, but remember, you are not on trial. Solution. Ask, would I speak to a friend the way I speak to myself? If not, you don't deserve that either. You don't just feel your thoughts, you become them. When a thought says, I am failing, you believe it. But the truth is, you are not your thoughts, you are the one who notices them. That difference changes everything. At night you replay moments, because you think people remember them too. They don't. Everyone has their own thoughts looping. No one is replaying your mistakes. Solution. Whisper. Nobody is thinking about me as much as I think. Freedom enters. Your brain reviews the past because it's trying to protect you. It studies old pain to prevent new wounds. But overthinking isn't protection, it's re-experiencing the pain without the event happening. Solution. Say, that pain taught me enough. I don't need to relive it. If your days are on autopilot, your mind rebels at night. Your brain asks, is this really my life? You don't need a new life. You need fire back in the one you have. Solution. Plan one tiny thing tomorrow that excites you. During the day you suppress your truth, at night it leaks. Your brain whispers the things you try to avoid. You deserve more. You're tired of pretending. You want change. Night is not the problem. Silence is where truth finally speaks. Some overthinking isn't about adulthood. It's about childhood wounds that never got answered. You don't need closure from the past. You need compassion in the present. Tell your younger self, I'm here now. You're safe. Your brain uploads everything at night to reorganize memories, emotions, identities. It's like your mind doing maintenance. You don't need to control it, just allow it. Sometimes you don't overthink thoughts. You overthink your entire future. You're terrified of ruining your life. With a single decision, truth, Wrong decisions don't destroy your life. Not deciding does. Peace feels suspicious. When life has been chaotic, your brain asks, something is wrong, it's too calm. No, this is what normal feels like. You are learning peace. You believe peace is for other people, not for me. Not because you don't deserve rest, but because nobody taught you rest. Tonight you learn, say, I am worthy of peace I don't yet understand. At night you replay your actions, not because you're unsure, but because you never learned to trust yourself. Self-trust is built through action, not analysis. Your brain believes that thinking equals solving, so it keeps thinking, but healing begins when you tell it. Thank you for trying to help, but I choose peace. The goal isn't to stop thinking. The goal is to stop believing every thought. You don't defeat overthinking by force. You defeat it by not reacting. Tonight is not about silence. It's about surrender. What I don't control, I release. Now that you've explored the inner patterns of your mind, remember overthinking is not a flaw, it's a signal. A signal that your mind is seeking control, certainty, and understanding. The next time you feel trapped in endless loops of thought, pause, observe, and gently redirect your focus. Change doesn't happen overnight, but with awareness and practice, you can reclaim your mental space. If this journey into the workings of your mind resonated with you, take it one step further, like, subscribe, and stay connected. Your mind is powerful, and understanding it is the first step to mastering it.